Hey guys, what is up? It is Brad Wheel, and also known as JimmyJ57, and today is Tanner Tuesdays, the day that Got Milk gives us some awesome gameplay that I get to commentate to and give you guys tips on how to play better. So right here we're getting it started with one awesome gameplay clip from Got Milk himself playing headquarters, and as you can see he's the last one alive on his team, and they have the headquarters, and he goes on a 12 kill feed off the enemy team. He kills the whole enemy team like twice. It's insane. So right here, he's running into the building, sees them all in there, they just cap it, and he takes out all of them. He takes out every single one of them, and he just keeps going, and his team's doing nothing, right? They're just over there doing absolutely nothing. And then he's going over here, taking out some more people. Oh yeah, and then taking out another one. And his team is still doing nothing. They haven't even got a kill yet. He's taking out everyone, and he has all his score streaks. And then that's his last kill there. Woo! Wasn't that epic? I thought it was pretty epic. Like 12-man feed there. That was pretty sick. He kind of went into their base and just like went like kapow right in your face, pwned. Yeah, they totally didn't see him coming. They thought everyone was dead. You could see them at the start there. They were shooting everywhere. But that is a quick gameplay clip to kick off this Tanner Tuesdays. Just as an awesome little clip for you guys to enjoy. So the main topic I'm going to be talking about today is going to be using OverKill and how to use it to its advantage. And like, I don't use it that much, but it is a useful perk for some classes. But just before I start, I'm just going to tell you guys, Got Milk's spring break is going to be starting this Wednesday, so me and him are going to be trying to do some class randomization gameplays for you. So we're going to use the class randomizer, and we're just going to like see what it comes up with and try to use each random class for a game. And some of the stuff it generates are kind of crazy, so we'll see how good we do and record some of it, and hopefully you guys will watch that and like it. So let's get started. I'm going to be talking about OverKill today. Now, OverKill is used when you want to have a primary and then another primary. Turn your secondary slot into a primary slot. So you can have two primary weapons instead of primary and a secondary. Now, this is usually useful for like sniper classes where you want to have a good backup so you can still do stuff like when you're not in your sniping position, like you're not long range. So you have a sniper and usually an SMG secondary, but this can also just be used for normal classes. Now, OverKill is really good if you like to play with LMGs and assault rifles, because if you don't already know, LMGs and assault rifles are good for long to medium range and are not really that good at close range. You are usually going to lose to an SMG or a shotgun at close range. Even SMGs lose to shotguns at close range. They're just like dominant, unless the person using them sucks, of course. But if you use an assault rifle or an LMG or even a sniper, I recommend trying one class with OverKill on. And you gotta know how to use it. So obviously when you're using OverKill, you want to have fast hands on with it just so you can swap weapons really fast. And then, like, as you can see here, he has a Scorpion and Evo, and I believe backup, or later he gets Scar H as backup, so he's using those for a while and he gets on a really long kill streak. But those are really handy to have. So usually you want an SMG or a shotgun as your second primary, because what it'll do for you is as you're running around the maps, you can, when you see a long range area that you know you can kill people in, you can take out your shotgun, or not your shotguns, what am I saying, your LMGs and assault rifles, and you can be able to kill people at very long ranges. And then as soon as you go into like buildings and close quarters areas where you know there's going to be people in corners and like really tight areas, then you can take out your SMG and still dominate that area. So basically what you're doing is you're making yourself dominant in weapon regards in every area of maps. Like there's literally no disadvantage area that you have in terms of range. So basically, if you're having problems with your SMGs, shooting them at long range, you find you're getting into a lot of long range situations, put OverKill on and add a assault rifle in, like this new Scar H. Not new, but it's pretty much an overall new weapon because it got super buffed. It's insane. So, like, if you put, like, PDW on, you find you're running into too many long range situations and bigger maps and you're trying to use your PDW, throw an assault rifle on there and it'll help you. You can just take it out during those long range situations and still get the kill. So OverKill's great. It only takes up like one create a class token or two unless you don't usually have secondaries on. And you can also just add attachments to your secondaries too. I'm not going to go into attachments that you can add to them because there's so many different ones for all the different weapons you can add as secondaries. But usually what you want to have is if you're using shotgun or submachine gun is great to use an assault rifle as secondary, and if you're using LMGs, snipers, or assault rifles as your primaries, then it's great to have a shotgun or a SMG secondary. Now, what I recommend using is if you're using assault rifles, you're usually typically going to have the MTAR, the SCAR H, the Type 25, or the AN94. The other ones are okay, but not the greatest. And then what you're going to want to have for your secondary, if you're using Overkill, is either PDW or the Remington, because those are the two best. Like, the PDW just has tons of ammo, so you can still dominate and get multi-kills in buildings and stuff. That's just crazy. The PDW is amazing. And then also, if you use the Remington, that is the best shotgun. The KSG hates me, by the way. Like, I cannot use that thing. Even if I'm dead on someone, it just won't hit them. Like, I refuse to use the KSG now. But the Remington is a great shotgun. It's good for close range and getting one-hit kills constantly on people. So that would be the shotgun to use if you're going to use it on Overkill. So, Overkill is for players that want to dominate the whole map. You don't just want to cover like just close range, just long range, but it's for like players that like to run around in all areas and not just kind of like camp the long range areas of the map or camp the close range buildings and that kind of stuff. So if that's your playstyle and you're not already using Overkill, you should really use Overkill because it does help with that, because you could just constantly be switching back and forth between weapons to fit your needs in certain areas. Like over here, all these people down there probably have SMGs on and they wouldn't even be able to hit Got Milk, but if they were using Overkill and they die a whole bunch of times here, they know to take out their LMG or assault rifle and just shoot them, pick them off real easy. So it's kind of in situations like that. Now, Hijacked here isn't the best map for that, only because it's pretty much all close quarters. You don't have to worry about that. But I'm talking about people who play not just the bonus playlist, more the core maps like Turbine or Drone, Meltdown. Those are all big maps, so that'd be great in. Like, if you think about Meltdown, that long area in the middle of the map right beside the missile silo where snipers like to go, like, or shoot from building to building there, that would be a great area to be using your long range weapons. But then in that missile silo with all the pillars, or not missile silo, nuclear reactor I guess you'd call it, with all the pillars inside it, now that'd be a great place to switch over to your SMG and still be able to dominate. So there's many different combinations you guys can use for using Overkill, but I definitely recommend trying it. And when I use it, usually I have it only on one class, and I have the SCAR H and PDW together, which I think are a great combo. And I usually only use it depending on how the other team plays. Now, this is important too, because it's not going to be the same for every game. Sometimes in a game, the other team will be like all snipers, they'll be all long range, and that's the games that you'll only want to use a long range class to take them out, because they'll be at long range. But if you're playing against a team, or just even different game types like Headquarters and Hardpoint, if you're playing against a team that plays close range, or game type that is close range, then you don't really need to use an Overkill class, because you can just use your SMG or shotgun, because it will be all close range. So it's all up to you. You gotta like find a game. When you're in a game, you gotta kind of have a feel for it real quick off the start and know what your team strategy kind of is. Like, do they have a few snipers and a few rushers? And then you'll know to use this Overkill class to then be better off taking out both of them. So you can take out the snipers at long range with your assault rifle or LMG, and then you can take out the rushers with your shotgun or SMG. So that's the end of the gameplay, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe and like below if you haven't already, and have a good day.